Hey guys, this is Kirob speaking, and today we are back in automation with the Lite campaign V3 playthrough of Fruinian Supercars, and the company name is Merano. Well, we shall continue our journey. We just got deep into debt for buying some Deluan factories. Yes, and we have a massive engineering time, that is not too massive considering that everything is new, of a fantastic car. No, that is an understatement. It's not a fantastic car. It is a genre-defining car. It's the first ever supercar, basically. No, a proper supercar with the Verdini, and that one is the milestone car from the last episode, which you are going to design in the design competition that runs alongside and after this Let's Play. So, if you have any questions about the competition, just head down into the description. There is a link to the hub, the forum, where we have all that information posted up that you would need. Okay, today we shall try to get out of this hole that is called minus $56.4 million debt. And the Titus, in his second generation, is doing really well so far. We are playing on insane difficulty and fixed the bug that was, well, manually fixed the save game to set it to the appropriate level of difficulty after the slider got reset. Well, that bug is fixed, but yeah. And anyway, so let's get started here. First of all, I think we're quite satisfied with where the Titus is and the Verdini is going. I think I'm going to do another quick facelift of the Titus. Might be worth it because we have all the factories running there. And then I want to stagger a new model that is going to use the factories of the Titus for a little later, so that we get another model out in maybe 62 or something. That could work out. Yeah, we definitely see a bump up in costs and running costs now that our engineering project is going. That is $500,000. Oh, what happened there? Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Reduce production. Something happened. Some competitor came out. What is going on here? Why is the Titus not performing anymore? Why are sales so low? The economy is stagnating. Oh, no, wait. The economy is actually shrinking. Yeah, constantly shrinking. I don't know if this graph is actually correct. I need to look into it. It's awful formatting. That needs to be locked in so that 0 is always in the middle. Anyway, it's currently shrinking. 0.7% constantly. Let's have a look into the markets and see why we are sucking right now. That is fine. That is... Well, both of these are fine. Okay, level 3. There we have level 1. Can't afford anything anyway. And now let's have a look at the markets. Selling into Lite Sports, let's select all the regions that are available. And yeah, we're not selling everything here. This is not looking great, is it? But I don't quite get why we are not selling any cars anymore. At 115. That is strange. That is really strange. And the markets have been shrinking over the last few years. But now they are on an upturn again. Just slightly growing now. Sport and Sport Budget is doing really well. I think we can just pause the production of our convertible trim. Just agree to that because we have so much stock. Oh, holy shit. Okay, that's a lot better. That worked out well. Don't know why it was stuck in this rut there. Okay, whew. Crisis averted. That was scary. Now this is looking a lot better. Thank you. And just because we are probably going to pay taxes, let's resume this trim. so that we again build a bit of stock, don't have to pay the taxes, and then continue selling next year. Oh, and there we go, 2.28 million in taxes. Oh, okay. Okay, this is looking rough. This is looking really rough. We didn't make back what we needed to make, but we did cover the costs, basically, of the first 3 years of engineering. That is something. But now come the production costs, or the creation costs of the factory on top of this. The Titos is selling reasonably well, but not nearly as well as it needs to. In 1960 we will get another market to sell to, but that is Ahana, and they are not fancy expensive sports cars, so that won't help all too much. Our sales data looks alright. We are basically covering the markets we are supposed to. This looks tricky for when the new factory, medium factory comes along. Because we are already at about 100% of what we can get out of this. So either we have to up our awareness to reach a larger audience, or dynamically push this, but this seems to be already maxed out more or less. Let's see, awareness in Fruinia. That's our main source of sales. Market awareness, 17.9%. Yeah, that's quite a bit beyond the 9% base level. And the bad news is, this project has been engineering for 3 years now. Let's say that's 40 months to make calculations easy. 500,000 per month. That means it's 20 million. So we have covered a cost of 20 million. But remember, this project was supposed to cost 290 something million, which means that there is another 270 million that we still have to pay. Yes, that is scary as fuck. Yep, there the factories are kicking in. Oh man, those costs. Our credit rating is deteriorating. Uh-oh. I hope we make it out of here. At least the economy is growing. That is kind of our saving grace right now at 4.5%. This was a rough depression period here. We made it out just barely. I hope we are not getting killed. B- already. More than a year to go. Oh, credit rating is down to C. We're still selling some cars, but that's not much. Still making $1 million profit on these. Now the economy growing is slowing down. Now we're at D-. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. Can we make it out of here? We're so close. Come on. Minimum safety regulation update. In Fruinia, 10. Gasmia is 10. Hetvesia 8. That is fine. Just another month. We are at credit rating E. 260 million in the negative. And just one more month. I think we should stop the production of the Titos right now. Okay. We are at E-. 264 million in the negative. We've stopped the production. And we have just gained 4.5 million there because we had no production volume. And still E-, yes. Okay. Now we start selling the Verdini. It needs to be our saving grace. And before it starts selling, we should make sure that how many cars do we have in stock here? This is 8.5 times 53. It's not that many. We could sell them for scrap if we wanted to, and I think they should be fine. What we do want to do is unlock Ahana as well, just adding it to our sales regions. Not that we would be able to sell anything there, because we don't have any cash on hand. So that's pretty terrible. Maybe we should take out a loan so that we are not entirely frozen, paralyzed. Can take out a 500 million buck loan. But that loan would cost us 42 million. And even more, 63 million for a long loan. 107 million for a 10-year loan. One thing I want to try is at least have it going a month, because our income versus outgoing will be looking a lot better, so I hope our credit score will improve that thusly, and maybe that gives us some better credit rating stuff. I don't know if that is fully implemented. This will be a good test. Okay. E+. Slight overproduction. And now we are selling less of these, but we did make a profit here. A slight one. Yeah, okay. That's a much larger production. 800. Wow. Did we sell all of them? Holy shit, that's a lot of cars sold. But the stats are super high, so, I mean, we are at 196 and 155 desirability. That is more than double of the Titos. The Titos did well. It served its purpose, but now we are in a different era. Just look at these stats. Holy shit, this is going everywhere. Yeah, I think we will be fine. I was very worried that we wouldn't be able to sell them at all, basically. So should we just take out a loan? Let's see if the credit rating continues to improve from here. D-, yeah, it does. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now we made a loss on this. It will take a while to stabilize, I guess. We don't have... Is this still... No, this is not producing anymore. That's good. They're still selling a few of the Titos. We have 34 months worth of production in stock. Taking a look at Achana, there's no need to even go into that region with our company. Look at that. They don't even want those cars. They don't know what they are. Filthy Achanans. And okay, investing more into Dalua would be a mistake. There's basically nothing here. That's a handful of cars. Oh no. That's not enough. The supercar market is still growing. Convertible super is growing. Light sport is at once. Yeah, this is our main market. Fruinia. We just have a slightly oversized factory for that. And look at our coverage. It's just BAM! Everyone wants the Verdini. We just can't sell that many into these markets because they are not there. They just don't exist yet. Oh, the economy size is tiny. And it's now going into shrinking again. Uh-oh. One thing we can't do though, absolutely can't, is to stand still and just wait it out. That's not possible. We have to continue to be aggressive. So I'm going to now design a new car that is going to replace the Titos, not the Titos as a concept, because that's the Verdini, right? Light sports car, supercar. I'm going to make a GT car, like all-out luxury, but only one trim out of that, and no convertible version. And that will be a probably a GT premium. So larger car, still some of the qualities that you'd expect from Merano in general. So we are going to add a new one. Going to sell it everywhere. There's even a market for it in Achana, like 2 cars or whatever. Oh, we now have this one. Well, that's a fancy one. A fastback. Yes. I mean, Merano is not really known for big cars, right? And they shouldn't be. There's nothing that's supposed to be heavy. I think I'm going with a small one, a fastback like this, or coupe like this, and then I'm going to make a luxury version out of it and put it in the small factory. That's a really small scale production. Make it more prestigious, aluminium based, space frame, handmade, and steel material. We are going for rear longitudinal. Will that fit? Probably. Standard stuff on the suspension. And I think our medium factory will be able to cover the production of the engines for this one, because we're just going to reuse our current engine. Or I could make a new one in the same family, an updated one. Yeah, I believe that's the way to go. So let us... I want to go into the engine project though. I want to make it do that from the engine project, so let me do that. We need to get out of here into the engine project, and there it is. Open the project. We're going to make a new facelift, and we are going to clone this one and keep that one around. So there's the new one. And that one is a bit more towards the comfort side, because GT, right? So we call it the L 2200. And that one will get some more mufflers. Reverse flow. We could also try to go for 4-barrel. 4-barrel carb on that, although DCOE tech would be nice to push a little further. That's the tech we are going with for the next engine upgrades too, so yeah, let's jump over 4-barrel, even though that one leads nicely into EFI later on. Currently that is not properly implemented, as in if you build 4-barrel carbs, you don't quite yet gain familiarity in single point fuel injection, which you should, and that's not the case yet. So this one now is a little bit quieter. We're sacrificing 3 horsepower, but our loudness is way down. So no longer is it the aggressive super car engine that we put into the Verdini. It now sounds rather civilized. Yeah, a little bit of exhaust choke there, 4%. That's what you expect from using a double muffler. This first muffler, adding that one, just kills the efficiency of the exhaust system. But we take that. We take that. It's reasonably open. 147 throughput and 137 is what we make. So it's only a slight dampening there from it being choked. But yeah, 2 full reverse flow mufflers to dampen the loudness. What does it sound like? Yeah, you can still hear the intake side is pretty open. Exhaust side is quite muffled. There's not much grunt to it anymore. And no, we're not going to use the engine factory 2. This one is just supposed to continue normal production. We're going to put it into our small 2 factory. Oh, wait a second. This is something I'm going to make happen in context of the project, just so that the game doesn't get confused. I don't know if it would or not, but let's see. Continue here. Now we can select an existing engine project. This one. And there we go. And there we have it. Yes. That one will be another milestone car. Automatic? Nah, no, we don't need to go there. I'd rather take the familiarity we have in the manual. And engine in the rear, as we love it. Perfect. It's an ongoing theme for Merano, it seems. And we can put 185s in the rear, and let's try to start out with 145s in the front. Maybe you can go up to 155s. Let's see if we can tune it that way. The rear tires look about right. The front tires need to go out a little. No, that's too far. That's pretty spot on. We go with magnesium because this is going to be a really prestigious car. 17-inch rims, unheard of, but will be pretty awesome. Also, guys, don't forget to switch out the wheels, of course. That would be rather awkward if I spot a car with steelies that are magnesium rim material. That would be the biggest troll ever. Like, do you want to buy my fancy magnesiums, my fancy mags? Like, how about no? Do we want to get into solid discs? I think the answer to that is yes. This is a slightly heavier car, so why not start here? Try to get away with pad type 40. I think we will need like 275s. That's also crazy good brakes for this era. Semi-clad, because this thing is going to be fast. We shall make it fast. Interior, well, to differentiate it, we shall go with 4 seats. And handmade. And we put in the phonograph. Oh, it's limited production, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's go with the phonograph. Power steering, we can't, no, we can't, we can just no. Not on a car like that. That is so anti what we all stand for. As soon as variable hydraulic comes in and we are building some heavier cars, yes, I think that would make sense, but for now, no. Advanced safety takes too long, right? Can't really afford that. Let's go with the standard. On the other hand, that's pretty... Let's check the values for the GT. Maybe they want it. And not so sure about the engineering times. Let's see how much of a difference that makes. Standard springs. Oh, barely getting there. Low comfort. Oh, right. Well, this isn't optimal. Sport. That should make it a lot better. GT 110 with massive oversteer. I'm going to give it a bit of a custom fit here, just slightly under this. We do want to have some more comfort in this. There, this is better. 113. And now we need to get rid of that. Mainly done via... Ooh, well, this is not quite that fast. Yeah, mainly done via the wheels. Let's see how much we need. This should be close enough to then pop it over via suspension tuning. So lots of camber in the rear, less in the front, and now stiffen up the... No, this was about right. And now we soften the rear a bit in... Yeah, that is looking quite a lot better. Very nice stats. Very high comfort considering that this is still a full-out sports car. But in the GT Premium, this one still gets a penalty of 6.7%. Maybe we need to go for progressive springs. Yep, there we have it. All right. Of course, not the best choice for sportiness. But can we get it higher? Or, it might be a bit too much. Do they like that? Yeah, they do like a bit of mushier suspension. Let's see if when we tune it even lower, does that work? There, 144. Very low. At 145 now. Doesn't cost us too much sportiness or comfort. We still have 360 kilos as weight to use during normal operations. And yeah, I mean, this should be a decent car. Let's check the markets. It is scoring in the categories we want it to. So the only thing that is holding it back a little is that the engine capacity is small. I might even want to, in future, design a proper V12 for this kind of category. Now the only thing holding us back is the passenger volume. We are trying to fit 4 people in there. And it's a small car. Yeah, that's tight. But I mean, we could try to morph it a little. So we were at 25.4. If we shift the cabin forward a bit, because we have the engine in the rear anyway, I can almost make this look a little muscly. But I don't like how this curve then looks. Let's see if that made any difference. Oh yeah, passenger volume 20.6 now instead. Okay, it's still 20.6 with the morph not being entirely fucking up the looks of the car. That gave us another few points. Now I need to re-optimize. Brakes are set up perfectly. 38.2 meters, no brake fade whatsoever. Could we make this happen on drums? No, not even close. Upping the quality for interior does help a bit. It does lower our affordability, obviously. But on the other hand, I think this is warranted for this kind of thing. And oh yeah, we do want to have some additional quality in here for the steering. That ups the comfort as well. and the drivability. And now let's check for the safety. Oh yeah, they do want that. They do want the advanced safety. Suspension quality. Does that help too? Yeah, it does. So let's give them a bit extra. And it is test track time. Yeah, okay, just 180 kilometers. This is more of a cruiser, but with a nice little engine in the back. Now let's see how this one performs. Come on, spinny circle. Go, go, go. Yeah, very similar in performance. Almost gets up to 100 kilometers an hour before the first corner. And we are doing a 237. Not bad. Not bad at all for a luxury car. And I think the first name that came to mind, random name, is the Dalius. Does that sound premium? Kinda. Let me have another think. Yeah, I'm sticking with this. It sounds premium at least. Maybe not quite as a GT premium, but yes, there's something to it. Alright, the trim name. So this is a coupe, and it is a GT, CGT. Let me do the setup of this thing real quick, because we need to know if it's viable or not. It has an automation level of 80. $24 per production unit. Staff costs 1.8 million. This is pretty high quality overall. I like this kind of cheap retooling. This is well within our means, I believe. 2-3 months worth of profit. It's just a tooling time of 3 months though. That is nice. Holy shit. This looks like we would be making too many cars of this type. I think we might want to step down to a factory size 1 and sell off a few things. So that we basically get it for free. Is that viable? Probably is. I mean, we're losing a bit in assets by doing so, but I don't want to overproduce this thing. That's 500 cars per month in just those two categories. That's not going to happen. Okay, let's step down one size. We don't want to oversaturate. And with a facelift, we can always try to upgrade. This is reasonably quick to build. If we're aiming for 60 months at, well, tooling 45, it's not optimal, but there's not much we can do about it, really. 295 cars per month, that's still plenty. Then we're paying 19 million in engineering costs. Yeah, that's at funding 50. If we... Oh, that is expensive. That is so expensive for just a few months. Maybe we should lower the funding. Hell yeah, absolutely. This is better. So for just 3 months of extra time, we're almost saving 5 million. We are not going to make those 5 million in 3 months. So let's also step down the factory size for the engine factory. We don't want to produce the S200. Yeah, that is not on the list of things we want. Is this enough? These numbers are, I think they are read out somehow wrongly, or maybe this is considering the engineering at default settings. So let's go forward and take a look. Oh, right, 1,100 engines. That doesn't match these numbers. I really have to check what's going on there. But yeah, that aside, we shall see how that balances out. We might want to improve the engine slightly, because we have the leeway of doing so. Yeah, we can put some quality in there and stuff. We are running very, very low engineering times right now, so how about a +2 here? And then we can have it rev higher to 7K. That is fancy. And then also put in some exhaust system tech that lowers the volume even more, the loudness. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, that extends it to 25 months. Cost a bit more. We don't really mind. It's still very low costs. Okay, now I think this one is a bit better. Let's recalculate the car. Yeah, we got another 2 points. Nice. Whoa, that made a change in comfort by 0.6 points. And 0.1 in prestige, so that's minor. Slightly better efficiency. Supposedly, this car is going to sell really well. Would be nice if that were true. But I'd rather have a production that is a little bit on a lower level, but then higher margins, like more efficiency. And supposedly, this project is paying for itself within the first year. If that is true, then hell yeah. So this is looking good. I can't find anything to complain about here, and we shouldn't be oversaturating the markets too much. So from here, just sign off. And before we do, let's export the car for you. And the Dalios is exported, and you will find it in the description down below. So let's go ahead, sign it off, and call it a day. There we go, 64 months. This one is getting shifted. Yeah, won't be too expensive. And there we go, agree. Whew. That's still looking very scary. We're in a scary situation, but I hope we can make it out of here. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.